Okay. In 1 year, about 6,000 people lost their lives and around 400,000 people were injured as a result of distracted drivers. I assume that most of the people in this room have their license, and probably most of you have been in a car with someone that has talked on the phone, or you have done the same thing, before. I come from a place where talking on the phone while driving is illegal, and I've grown thinking that driving while talking on the phone is very dangerous. Although some people don't believe that talking on the phone while driving has a negative effect on a person's driving skills, we should criminalize the use of handheld devices while driving to reduce the amount of accidents on the road. In the next few minutes, I will talk about the many reasons why I believe that talking on the phone while driving should be illegal. First of all, the use of handheld devices has been criminalized in many places around the world. It has helped reduce the amount of accidents on the road, and in fact, 70 countries have banned it, and according to Abu Nurullah, accidents caused by talking on the phone have dropped from 61% in Canada since it was banned. Also, talking on the phone while driving causes accidents because it decreases your concentration on the road. According to Nathan Sepa, quote, studies found that talking on the cell phone increases the risk of a collision by over 30%, unquote. Talking is a distraction and reduces the driver's attention on the road. Actions like dialing or answering the phone take the driver's eyes off the road and make them think about something else than the task of driving. Also, according to Alexander Wu, talking on the phone narrows down your vision. Therefore, it causes you to see less and you have less chances to see an obstacle in time. And therefore, it affects the driver's reaction time. Next, I will talk about how dangerous it is to drive while talking on the phone. It has been proven that talking on the phone while driving is as bad as driving drunk. According to David Hansen, quote, cell phone users have been found 5.36 times more likely to get in an accident than undistracted drivers. Other studies have shown the risk is about the same for people with 0.08 alcohol level in their system. Unquote. An experiment done by the TV show Mythbusters studied the case and proved that it is actually even maybe more dangerous to drive while talking on the phone than drive drunk. What they did is that they took two people and made them perform a driving test. One time with no distraction, one time while talking on the phone, and one time drunk under the influence of alcohol. So I have the video here, a short clip of it, and I'm not going to show the part where the two drivers drive while no distraction because they both passed the test, but this is what's more important.
I'll be up on the sidelines talking into a cell phone and delivering 3 different types of tasks to the driver in the car. Okay, go. Alright, if I say Jack stole Ann's ball, who's the thief?
That would be Jack.
Jack. Okay, repeat the sentence. The driver was stopped for driving 67 miles per hour in a 20 mile per hour zone.
Driver was stopped for driving in a 15 mile per hour zone.
That was awful. That was absolutely awful. We actually gave her a fail for the overall course.
And Adam?
He did end up failing. He failed half of the elements.
Okay, start drinking now.
Here.
And go.
First obstacle, the brake test. That's a stop sign, Carrie. Slow down. Stop.
We pretty much killed a couple cones over in the accident avoidance.
And go.
It's not looking good, Adam. Like Carrie, you failed nearly half the course.
2.5 fail.
So, what's the final word?
Clearly, the results show that talking on the cell phone while driving is potentially as dangerous as driving drunk.
But we failed the cell phone test by a much bigger margin. It's absolutely confirmed.
Okay, so this shows that just when you drive, just like when you drive under the influence of alcohol, when you talk on the phone while driving, you are a risk to the other drivers and yourself. Finally, I will talk about how talking on the phone reduces your reaction time. Some people say that there is no difference between holding a phone and having a hand-free device. But actually, holding a phone forces you to drive with only one hand, and having one hand occupied reduces how fast you can react to an obstacle. According to Paul Ashley, quote, having a remote conversation and driving a car means performing two tasks at one time. What some people call multitasking, but the vast majority of people don't really multitask. They toggle back and forth between tasks, unquote. In other words, it is particularly impossible to effectively multitask. People just go from one task to the other, and in this case, drivers go from concentrating on the road to concentrating on the conversation they are having over the phone. Also, some people say that there is no difference between talking on the phone and talking to a passenger next to you. But this is absolutely wrong and false because, like sociologist Clifford Nass of Stanford University explains, quote, when we communicate with a person we can see, we create a mental image of them in our head, unquote. Therefore, by talking on the phone, you do a lot more than when you're just talking to someone next to you. You have to first hold the phone, you create a mental image in your head, and you also have to drive with one hand. And all of those things negatively affect the driver's concentration on the road, and therefore increases your chances of having an accident. In conclusion, there is no doubt in my mind that talking on the phone behind the wheel should be criminalized for many reasons, such as it increases your chances of having an accident, it decreases your concentration, and reduces your reaction time. Next time you see someone talk on the phone while driving, you should recommend them to either talk on the phone for them or just to call the other person later.